must make sure that you do not appear here again. Bailiff.
Hey guys, Jack Fighter 1 3, and this here is the courtroom. So we're gonna be starting court for my witness.
Hi, Judge.
Okay, I'm recording now, at least.
Court is now in session. Case number
6807.
6807. Okay.
So this heathen is standing on trial due to fact nuking a country. So I require that she goes to prison for 5 years for nuking an entire country. I brought a mini sample of what the nuke she used. Is obviously not the scale, but this is a mini replica of what she used, Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor, I eject.
Any evidence from the state?
The bomb.
Any further evidence, or is this the only you have?
I object, Judge, because I did not have nothing to do with that.
Silence. I didn't grant you the right to speak.
Yes, sir.
One more time, Missy. I'm putting you in contempt of court. Anyways.
Buying the nuke.
Okay. So, looking at Exhibit 1A and Exhibit 1B, where were you on the night of said attack with the biological weapon that we should not even have in our country?
Where
were you on the night of?
I was probably in town and with my brother, with my control mates, and I guess we did some illegal stuff that we shouldn't be doing. But
Objection!
What illegal stuff other than nuking? We know you nuked. What other illegal stuff are you doing?
I didn't nuke anything, I swear to God.
I object.
No arguing in my court.
Yes, sir.
One more. This is your last warning before I put both of you in contempt of court.
Your Honor, may I...
Give me just a minute. You understand that you have committed something more than a felony. You have put thousands, if not millions, of lives into jeopardy with this weapon. You understand that? Yes. Your actions could have caused catastrophic damages to not only the city, the state, or even half the country, but worse. You understand this, correct?
Yes, sir.
Prosecutor, how many victims were affected by this accident by the defendant?
900, Your Honor, and we have one
900.
person that was local to the nuking, which was far enough away from the blast. They're wearing currently a mask because their face is burnt. I would like to call them to as a witness if possible.
Wait your turn. Continue.
If possible, I'd like to call them as a witness.
Go ahead. Granted.
Objection, Your Honor.
Please hold. Yes.
Actually, for the face, she was saying that my face was never burned. Yes, we were wearing face masks, but it was not burnt. I can tell you that right now.
We weren't talking about you. We're talking about the witness.
That's irrelevant to the situation at hand.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, witness, please come to the stand and make your testimony.
He disappeared.
They went invisible.
May I say something about this? Your Honor.
My witness disappeared.
There he is. Please, witness,
Okay.
please make your statement.
Yeah, so I got hit with a bomb, and I have to wear a clown mask just to hide my hideous face.
So,
And
you're
I just want to
stating
say one
me-
thing.
Continue.
God.
So,
Yeah.
please state your name for the court, so I make sure I get you right. What's your name, please?
Dallas.
Alice or Dallas?
Yeah, Dallas.
Dallas.
Dallas from Texas.
So,
Texas.
Dallas. You're telling the courts that this defendant is the reason why you have to wear a mask to hide the damages to your body, correct?
Yeah, and I also have to wear the gloves just to hide burnt skin.
Are you having 36 burns on your body?
Yeah.
One more burst out of you, mister. You're out of this court. You understand me?
I didn't say anything, okay? I had a cough. All right, sorry.
I will not be taking any bit of sarcasm within my court. Continue on, witness, Mr. Dallas.
Yeah, so the gloves here, they're worn to hide burnt skin. If I were to take them off, even you would faint.
All right.
Hang on, one more time, just because I think I forgot.
That mask
Anyways.
is just giving me the creeps.
Defense attorney, would you mind stepping up and giving your side for the defendant, please?
Just sit down.
Sit back down. Thank you very much.
Okay, if I could get off of this. All right.
Make it wise, my friend.
Am I supposed to read a script or something, or come up with?
Come up with something.
Just come up with anything.
Your Honor, I believe that my friend over here was not with the bomb in the instance. I believe it was a setup from one of her internal affairs. Yet, due to the bomb, is it actually really active? Do we even know if it's actually active? Like, think for once. Did any of y'all even, test the bomb for a fact?
Objection!
Or even know,
We have confirmation the bomb was set off. There is an entire country gone.
and do we know when this bomb was active?
The hitting of the island or saying off?
So it would have to be like a test kind of a thing, because if it was on an island...
No, it
What's
hit an
the-
island. It blew
Oh,
up
it
a island.
hit. Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Then what island did it hit on?
The island of Jamaica.
Okay. Jamaica. So say if it did hit Jamaica, and then of course, then it caused like a catastrophic with hundreds of people. Or
500 people.
thousands. 500 people? Okay, then 500 will go at that number. But say if there was a bomb shelter. Say if there was something like that. But in the end, was there survivors?
The only survivor was the witness. He wasn't on the island, but he was near. He
Objection.
got caught in the
was
blast
it-
radius.
Objection. There was about 100 people that did survive.
So, if there was 100 people, because normally, I know this for a reason, because I'm on the U.S. of A, that they do have secure bomb shelters around there for any circumstances, for any nuclears or bomb, as you would recall it. I believe that 100 people. Because if this bomb was going off, the satellites would have already predicted this stuff going off already. Because our technology has the advance where we basically protect any missile within our radar.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there, Defense. What you are saying is irrelevant, and that does not help the fact that your client did in fact cause a major casualty. Whether or not there is bomb shelters or not in the radars, whatever this guy you have claimed, that would have not prevented, and that still did not stop your client from causing almost 1,000 deaths, according to the witness and the state. So,
but was she the one that actually launched it?
I mean,
was if she was not the one?
Yes, that according to the evidence that was presented to the courts, yes, that is correct.
I mean, that's one truth right there. I did have a launcher gun, and I did shoot it.
May I ask why? What was your reasoning for setting off this weapon in civilization? What was your reasoning?
I had a friend on that island, and who wanted to try to come over and kill me.
You know that doesn't give you the right to put thousands of lives into danger, correct?
I understand, sir.
State, how would you... Go ahead. What? Sorry.
I understand, like, my associates over here for her concerning of a person going to threat. Now, does she have any arms to defend herself? Yes. But also, her sending a bomb, that's kind of like crossing the line, basically. And honestly, I would have to agree with the judge that yes, sending a bomb to just kill one person but then endangering other people, not the greatest in my opinion.
All right.
But
go ahead, sit back in your chair. I think we've got everything we needed. So, state.
I think I did horrible.
The defendant did admit to the wrongdoings. How would you like? How would like the state to proceed?
We would like at least 10 years of prison without any chance of parole.
Objection. Can we make that shorter at least?
Objection.
Yes, defendant. Yes, defendant.
I object. Basically, what we should do is make this a little bit more shorter. 6 years into the custody.
I agree.
For her reason. I feel like that 10 years might be a little bit too much, because I feel like that 6 years will give her the reasons of actually talking to some of the witnesses.
Okay.
Or
so
one individual.
I'm going to give the defendant a question. How would you feel? So if somebody were to come into your town, your area, and set off a weapon of war, and it killed everybody around you that you liked, would you think that person deserves the maximum sentence?
Honestly, yes and no, but honestly, if it was like people who I really care for, then yes.
All right. So, oops, didn't mean to drop that. So, anyways, so you believe that the person that would do this, right, intentionally, would deserve the maximum amount of sentence, correct?
Yes, sir.
This court sentences you life in prison without the chance of parole.
I object.
Fuck.
Hey, you just put the bomb word out, damn it.
So, one more time. So, if you believe that the person that would do something like this intentionally would deserve the maximum sentence, well, the court defines you guilty on murder and also genocide, and the court sentences you life without the possibility of parole. You'll be put on death row.
Damn.
Bailiff, take this monster out of my courtroom.
And the cookie jar with her, because that bomb looks like my grandma's cookie jar.
End the video, Husk.
Alright.
That's when you end the video.